Tonight, Guts Racing brings us from the Rockstar Husqvarna team, 2025 WXC champion, 2025 U.S. Sprint Enduro Women's champion, Korie Steede. What's up, Korie?
How's it going, boys?
It's going good. It's going good. I am excited to talk to you. These are your first titles, right?
Yeah, I mean, in the women's pro class, yep. And then in the youth class, I won the women's class 2 years in a row. But yeah, this is like my first year, snagging my professional titles.
Well, first things first, congratulations on a hell of a year. It's got to feel good, and I want to get into all that. I mean, really, over the last couple of years, I was looking back at the results. You've been, second, third, a lot. Rachel Archer, your nemesis, has won some titles, but yeah, and you were behind by a little bit going into the final round at Ironman, weren't you?
Yeah, so going into the final round, I had to win, and she had to get third. So it was like a super high stress situation, like leading into the weekend, like just being there and having everyone come up to me and like, oh, like it's a big weekend, like just everyone has like their 2 cents, which obviously doesn't help when it's already a high stress situation. But all in all, like it literally couldn't have played out any better. I had a little luck on my side, and then man, I rode my heart out that whole race, and I wasn't letting her have it again,
Yeah, you retired her. She announced she was going home after that. No more Rachel Archer.
I guess I know. I couldn't let her go home with this last title,
Also, you were on the U.S. Women's World Trophy team at ISDE, and I think you got third overall or second overall, and the team won the title. So just as a whole, was there anything different this year that you did differently, or just the cards kind of fell where they did and it finally all came together?
Yeah, honestly, the cards kind of fell in place finally. Like the last 3 years, I had been leading like the GNCC championship, and just like silly things kind of happened and other things didn't go my way. And, like I could sit here and blame this person or whoever, but at the end of the day, like, it was my fault. And then this year I just didn't give myself an option, like I woke up every day and I told myself, like, this is my year. This is my championship. Like, I'm not letting anyone else get it. And I've been working with Denise Hatch. She's my mental coach. And, like I've manifested and I've put in all the work to make it happen. So there was really no reason I couldn't do it. And I kind of just, I believed in it this year.
Okay, now that last statement, you believed it this year, but you're not saying you didn't believe it in years past. You're just saying with everything did fall into place perfectly with your trainer and all that. And it does take a lot of pieces of the puzzle to make it all come together.
Oh, absolutely. And like I said, like in previous years, I just had some people in my corner that just didn't bring what I needed to the table. And this year I like sifted through, and I have a really good group of people in my corner. And at the end of the day, like that's a really big part of what we do.
What's that foundation that made a big change?
Truthfully, like just my personal life, like the people that I allow in my circle, and the people that I surrounded myself with this year just were in the same mindset and just kind of had the same goals as me. Like I spent a lot of time at my teammate Craig DeLong's house in PA. He kind of has like a little facility at his house, Carry Resources compound. And I gelled really well there and rode a lot with Craig, and it just kind of helped me like stay in it all year,
But talk about the difference between Sprint Enduro and GNCC, and which one do you favor?
Yeah. So Sprint Enduro is like more of a moto style race, like in the off-road world. So it's a Saturday, Sunday event. And then there's an enduro test and then a cross test. So it's like one all grass and then one in the woods. And then you do 3 each on Saturday. So you do 6 tests Saturday, 6 tests Sunday, like 3 grass, 3 woods. Mm-hmm. And it's just you're racing the clock. Like you go as fast as you can it's usually like a 6-mile track. And then, at the end of the weekend, whoever went the fastest and has the lowest time basically wins. And then the GNCCs, obviously, we race for 2 hours in the woods. You deal with lappers. There's just a lot of factors that can play into that 2 hours. So I don't know. I definitely have been working really hard over the last few years to get good at GNCC, so I definitely favor them as of now. And then like the sprint enduros, like Brandy Richards, man, that's her gig.
Yeah.
And she kind of like pushed me to a different level. Racing those with her in 23, 24, we raced those together. So I'm really grateful for that. I've learned a lot from her. And, but yeah, like I would definitely say I favor the GNCCs for sure.
Like when you're racing like a GNCC, you have like a rabbit in front of you, possibly. You have somebody coming behind you. You don't want them to pass you. And during those enduros, you're like, I don't know if this person's been going faster than me or not. Is there more of a competition when you're out there in the GNCC, like as far as in your head?
Yeah, honestly, I think for myself, the sprint enduros is more of a mind game, because like I start first and then the person behind me waits 10 seconds instead of 15, and they're a little closer than the last test, and it's so hard to just get out of your head and just race yourself out there and not think behind you. Where at the GNCCs, like I have my mechanic and our team manager and all these people with pit boards like telling me like basically where everybody is. I don't have to think about it. And obviously we all start together. But yeah, the sprint enduros, man, those can be a real mind game.
Why does anybody want to do ISDE? That just looks like
ask her.
It's terrible.
Ask her.
I always thought it looked fun.
It looks like I just want to go somewhere so I can suffer on a dirt bike.
Yeah, and that's no joke, you know, like racing for 6 days straight at like 8+ hours a day on your bike. Like people don't understand. Like
don't you have to change
unless
tires?
you have. Yeah, we do everything. After like we impound our bikes, we are the only people allowed to touch it. Like tire changes, air filters. If something goes wrong, it's all on us. Like we have mechanics at every check that can walk us like through whatever, but it's all on us after those bikes are impounded for 6 days. It's such a rush because you get done with the test and then you have to get through your transfer in an X amount of time. And like the transfer it's not easy, you know, like you could be looking off the side of a cliff and just praying to God that you don't fall off, you know, and you have to show up for your team. Like, man, like that event itself is so exhausting. Like the riding, mental, all of it as a whole is just insane.
Is there an event that you'd like, I want to go do this thing at some point in my career?
I think I'd like to do like a little bit of the World Enduro.
Okay.
Yeah, which is similar to like Sprint Enduro and like ISDE, but and then ISDE was on my bucket list and I've been there 3 times now, so like it's really cool to check that off. I wanted to go and be on that team since I was like 7 years old, so to say that I've gone and done it and won tests, and my first year there I got 2nd overall and I was close to winning the overall, so yeah, it's pretty surreal to think about like how far I've already come.
That's fantastic.
Have you thought about like enduro cross or anything like that?
Yeah, actually, one of my good friends, Shelby Turner, she's been trying to twist my wrist and get me to go, but I just can't make myself look like a fool out there.
So I wanted you to take us back through, this is probably what made the GNCC title so tight, was you had an incident, I think at Snowshoe. I was reading about it on your Instagram, but take us through that moment, and that sounded scary.
Yeah, actually, I took a screenshot of these messages from Shelby Turner, the only person that watched it, because I wanted to read her messages. But yeah, so basically I'm 4th gear wide open on a ski road on the side of a mountain. And they had kind of like an X arrow marking off like this little ditch. And I had like made it to the right to go around it, and I hit something I didn't see. And basically the next thing I knew, I was free falling off the side of the mountain.
Holy
and
crap.
It felt like I had fallen into the Grand Canyon. Like, I know it couldn't have been that far, but man, like, I don't think I've ever been so scared in my life. And looking back now, like, it's funny, but in the moment, man, like I thought my life was over, you know, for a split second there.
Yeah. If you have enough time to think that's a long fall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it was bad. It was really bad. It was definitely one of my worst crashes. So yeah, these messages, I thought nobody had saw it until like later in the day, and she had messaged me and said, your bike was 8 feet in the air, did 3 flips, then you did 2 front flips and landed off the edge of the world. I didn't know it was you until I saw your head pop up. And I definitely was concussed. I didn't even know I stood up. I must have had like so much adrenaline that she said I just popped up. And then she said, I saw the whole thing. It was the worst crash I've ever witnessed. I literally was like, holy bleep. And then it was you. I almost stopped, but you stood up. But she said the fact that you finished is impressive. I'd still be laying there collecting my shit.
Wait, you finished?
Yeah. Was that
Yeah, so it happened. I think it happened the second lap. I don't even know how I got myself out of there. I think I had so much adrenaline and just blood pumping that I somehow managed to like get. It was like a hard enduro section that would be like in freaking Erzberg, like the Tennessee knockout.
Yeah.
There's no reason that I got myself out of there, and like somebody was on my side that day. But yeah, so basically I get out. Like halfway into the lap now after this crash, and my toes and my legs are like starting to tingle, and I'm like, man, this isn't good. Like my neck was hurting really bad, my head, I was getting blurred vision. I took my goggles off, like just trying to get air, like water. I stopped at my team manager, and I'm telling him like, hey, like I'm not good. Like I know I need to finish because for this championship's sake, like I knew I had to get to the finish line. And so basically I cruise around like another lap or two, get to the finish line, go straight to the medics. They put me in a neck brace, put me in the ambulance, take me to the hospital, get all the scans done, whatever. And I just hyperextended my neck like to the point that it was terrible. Like my legs were going numb, like my feet were going numb, and like luckily there was no fractures, but yeah, so I'm like going back to the track with my tail between my legs because you know how it is, like going to the hospital when you think something's wrong and then you're like, shit. But no, when I got that text from Shelby, it like made everything better because like I was like, yeah, I knew I wasn't a bitch, you know, like it was a bad one.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to finish this out with 2026. Are you back with Rockstar Husqvarna? Do you know what the plan is?
yeah, back with Husky. Plan is to keep pushing forward. Obviously, keep developing as a rider, and come into 26 even stronger. You know, Huskies believed in me for the last couple years, and I'm super excited to announce I'll be with them for a third year. You know.
Well, congratulations on that. Who do you think will step up in Rachel's spot? You mentioned Brandy Richards, who missed a bunch of races this season, but do you think she's the next, you know, the biggest competitor you have, or is there somebody else that maybe is kind of new coming up?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, Brandy, and then we have Taylor Jones. I believe she'll be back, next season, so she'll be a good one. And then Danielle McDonald from New Zealand. She's young, but she's definitely got the speed.